Oh, RD Realty in the house, in the flesh, and Trent Miller, right?
Yes, sir.
It's been a while.
It has been.
So you guys joined what, 2 months ago?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to eXp, right?
Yeah.
So catch us up. Like, how are things been going over the last 2 months? I know it's been like a crazy whirlwind. Obviously, a lot of things moving and shaking and sort of getting your feet under you. Catch us up on where RD stands after a couple months.
I'll allow me to start.
I mean, I'm a little biased, so I'll be completely honest. I'm feeling great because it took me away from my broker responsibilities and passed it on to you guys, and I get to do what I enjoy best, which is coaching agents, helping people, and I'm actually back to selling real estate too. So life couldn't get any better with this transition, man. I'm definitely enjoying it.
I love it. What about you, Des?
No, as soon as the 2 months started, man, it was smooth as butter, right? So the transition was not only just seamless, but also it exceeded the expectations, not only just on an individual standpoint, because you guys systems and processes too, but it's truly a brokerage that not only just exceeds the expectations of what they could do, like a plug and play for agents, but a true brokerage of what a brokerage could do for the agent, as opposed to a lot of brokerages are what an agent could do for their brokerage. And you can definitely see the resemblance in your guys' culture, collaboration, and atmosphere.
The funny thing that Desmond and I talk about, because he's one of my partners, so we've been running RD ourselves, and then we look at the eXp system, we're all like, man, how are we operating without this? So we're all like, we were trying to compete with that, so we're all like, no, I'd rather collaborate over anything, man. So system-wise, onboarding-wise, everything's been great.
I love it. Now, from the agent perspective, though, right? So you guys are speaking from the broker and the management perspective. From the agent perspective, Trent, how has it been? How's the transition been? Like, catch us up to like 2 months ago versus now. Yeah. Awesome.
It's been very seamless. The one thing I really love about it is the quickness that I get agent help. So anytime I have a question with setting anything up or anything like that, it's pretty much next day. I know I texted you one day, I needed my PA license transferred. We got to transfer the next day. So just being able to have that hands-on is something that I really enjoyed. And this first quarter after the transition, I've been working on obviously creating a value proposition for any agent that I can help. And that's what I'm really excited to start rolling out here as March rolls around.
I love it. And so, tell us more about that. What's your program? Because you and I were chatting.
We were
about it. It looks like a pretty exciting thing.
It's very exciting. So originally, kind of getting into my backstory to set a little bit of the context to it. I grew up in a town of 1,600 people. I believe I've told you. But with that being said, I wanted to build out a mentor that I needed whenever I was first getting into the business. I had absolutely no one to help me. It's like I got my real estate license and they just handed me a paper and said, figure it out. So I'm trying to be that person.
Was that RD that did that to you?
No, that wasn't RD. I wasn't down here yet. They've helped me a ton.
Piece of paper.
They just said figure it out. No paper involved. But no, I originally wanted to help out that person, obviously, and just through content. So I created an entire course, basically breaking down the entire content process, and not only speed tours, but how to create effective content through hooks, through the correct scripts, through having the correct outline to be able to create high-level content. And that's what I originally started. And through my entire journey, I've built an amazing contact list, even with these two right here. So I decided, hey, let me branch this out and bring in some of the biggest names in each portion of real estate, whether it's production, mindset, converting leads to clients, whatever it may be. And I put them all into one platform. Made sure I got media release forms signed, but put them all on one platform so they can help out every agent that joins. So it ended up being, what started as just a content course and turned into a business in a box. So I'm really excited to roll it out.
And so you've had some, I've been following you. Anybody that's not following you, where can they follow you, by the way? Tell them where they
Trent Miller Speed Tour, I'll pop up.
Speed Tour.
Yep.
But what I love about what you shared with me is that it's not just about creating content, right, for consumable sake, right? Like the content for content's sake. Because really, like, who cares? Right? I mean, unless you're working on like just getting millions and millions of things just so you can get advertising dollars and all that kind of stuff. Most agents aren't into that. Most agents just want to do enough to be able to make the phone ring, to get leads coming in so they can do more real estate business. And that's what I love about your program. Can you talk about how you sort of blend that gap from just like, because, you know, you can fill your bathtub up with
Yeah,
sand and like, fill your swimming pool up with Jello and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it'll go viral.
Yeah.
But like, how many people are going to call you because of that? And so,
1,000%. And there's a healthy mix between both. I have an account that I run just strictly ads on, and it is something I talk about at the course. So again, I want to put the highest level people at whatever it is. Whenever I talk about production, I bring in the number 2 producing realtor in the entire world, right? I want to put the appropriate people in the appropriate spots so the person can learn at the highest value that there is really to offer out in the world. And that's why I feel like it's going to be so valuable, because it is all the contacts that I've built through my time on social media of over 2 million followers, different brand deals I've done, into one spot that nonetheless the regular agent wouldn't have access to.
Love it.
So I'm very excited.
You've had the opportunity to interview some really, really cool people as well. Like, for instance, Leo.
Yep.
And you guys just got done shooting a little bit ago. He was the #1 agent in the world at one point.
Yep.
He did like 1,500. And so these guys, by the way, are no slouches either.
No, right? 100%.
And so how has eXp structured you to sort of take this to the next level, right? Now that you have this thing done and that you're sort of excited to get it out there, how has eXp helped in that journey? Or
I would say the main thing that I really appreciate from eXp is the ability to choose your upline and it's important to choose the correct upline. Jay Kinder, was just with him yesterday. He has a phenomenal system that he set up. Just to even be able to plug the agents that join me into his system is something that pushes my business 5 years forward. How can I go out there and again, find that agent that has only 1,600 people in his town, doesn't have a mentor, and connect him with $100,000 worth of monthly payroll that Jay is using to implement into their business? I mean, you're handing them success, and all they have to do is just basically walk the path.
Love it.
So I'm excited.
Love it. All right, so back to sort of the brokerage perspective, Rami and Des. Let's talk about sort of some of the other things that you feel like eXp has taken off of your plate, and maybe what does the future look like for RD? Because this is one of your agents, right? And he's freaking a rock star, obviously, but you got other rock stars in the stable, and you're looking to have more rock stars join you, right? So let's talk about what does the future look like for RD now? Now that you're here and you see that, we weren't lying about all the stuff that we told you and how awesome eXp is as a platform, what's next for RD?
Really, man, there's a lot of next, but the one that's most important for us is we wanna make sure that the agents that believed in our systems and our process, that followed us over to eXp, that they're performing at the highest level that they possibly can. We really believe in wanting to attract agents just by becoming the best version of ourselves that we can be, and instead of just going out there and starting to open up the floodgates for just about everybody, right? And that's why it's important with who we partnered up with Jay, and with the online school that we have in plans, and being able to expand also all over, not even just Texas, all over the states. We don't really know what's next just yet, but we're excited for the process. We're excited to find it out, and trial and error, different types of things, but obviously growth is the #1 biggest thing. Trent and I talk about wanting to get on stage and start to attract on a high level and really educate and coach people. Same thing with Des on the personal development side. So there's a lot of value between the three that we can really offer to an agent or even a team lead that wants to grow their team. So there's just a lot to look forward to. So as far as like what's next, it's a lot. I don't even know where to start. It's like a kid at a candy store, I could start here, I could start there, and being with the right partners, it makes it a little bit easier. And I know you also connected us with Jay Kinder, so none of this would even be possible if you didn't kind of line it up for us to where now onboarding is off of our hands, and then recruitment is, it's in the works. Trent's gonna do a good job doing that for us, but a lot to look forward to, man. I'm personally very excited.
Love it. Des, what's next?
No, man. I'm just a big believer of like how you do one thing is how you do everything. So can't like enough eXp as far as like how it got implemented, right? I'm a firm believer too of just not only just hard work, but you don't fall or rise based off of the hard work you do today, but you fall or rise based off the systems and processes you guys implement. And the processes and systems that eXp implement are very exemplified, not only just on a brokerage scale level that our people are seeking for, but also on an individual agent level that people are seeking for. And that just ties in Trent's course so extremely well, because yes, he's a singular agent, but he embodies the resonation of like how you do one thing is how you do everything. So that course is than just social media. It's about attentive to detail in every single remarks, because we all know too, as agents, as high performing as they are, if you let some cracks turn into more cracks turn into sinkholes can ruin a business. And that's exactly what he teaches to not avoid. He teaches to avoid, and also what Rami teaches as far as not only the agent working at an agent level, but also just an all-around individual that's working and exceeding their expectations and throughout personal, business, and development.
Love it. And so you're here, speaking of that, right? You're here in San Antonio. We're all here in San Antonio at one of our quarterly masterminds, right? And so this is your guys' first one, obviously. What are you hoping to get out of this next couple of days?
I'm just excited to be around, just a big group, a big team actually, because with us, it was just always like, just me trying to figure it all out. But now you're around people that are doing way better than you, way ahead of you, and that can really teach you the way and then, pave the way for you. So there's just a lot to look forward to at this type of event.
So, and as an individual, broker owner, right? That was out there, sort of me versus everybody, right? And so how different does it feel now to be surrounded by other folks that want you to win, even in your same market, right? Is there a difference in mindset now?
I mean, it changes the whole perspective on, running a business, right? Because everybody is out there helping everybody. It's not like anyone's trying to gatekeep, everybody is so open about what works for them, what doesn't work for them, what to kind of stay away from. It's almost like they give you the playbook for it, where versus before I was learning how to, hire properly, how to also fire properly if I needed to, or contracts, or it was a lot of hats, and I only like to wear this hat. This is my only hat that I want to wear.
Is that a golf club hat, or is like a golf hat?
That's the only hat that I like to wear, my man. That's my favorite, But now I just like being able to just focus on production, focus on development, not running a whole company, and even having those talks with you about how I should go about certain things and how to set things up. It's I don't know why somebody wouldn't want to do that. It's just like, again, it's just free knowledge.
I love it. That's what we're here for, man. It's just a platform. We ask, the only question we have is like, where are you trying to go? That's it. And then we figure out the best ways to help you get there. So Trent, from an agent perspective, what would you tell a similar agent sort of that you're talking to right there, right, that is in the same situation that you were 2 months ago before joining eXp, but they're on the fence, they're like, I don't know if it's for me, or maybe they're thinking about getting into social media, they're like, I don't know, I'm camera shy or whatever. What's your word of advice to that agent that's on the fence about joining eXp or joining something to help them elevate education wise?
I think it's outside of eXp. I think how something's applicable in one aspect in life, it's applicable in all. And what I would tell that person and what I would tell myself at a younger age is really who I see in that, is find someone that's doing what you want to do and just attach and just provide them value. However you can find that person and provide them value is how you're going to take leaps and bounds in your life. I'm 21 years old and I could never be here if I didn't find the correct mentors and put the right people in the right positions in my life and just learn as much as I can. And in doing so, providing value to them so they feel like it makes sense for them to provide value back. Because as you're younger, it's harder to... You're not born with that innate value that a business person may see. So how can you put in the sweat equity, put in the time, do the things that they don't want to do for them that you necessarily might not be paid for, but you're paid in experience, you're paid in knowledge. So if you're looking to join eXp, find someone that's ahead of you that is where you want to be and just provide value to them, whether it's joining their team, whether it's answering the phone, whether it's being an assistant, whatever it may be, just provide value to that person and it's going to push you so much further in life quicker.
Love it. What about you? Des, you got someone that's in your same situation, right? Maybe in management or in personal development, or in just because you also sell too, right? So you're also still in production. What do you say to someone that's in a very similar lane as you? That's usually who we're best at talking to, is the person that's like, you were just like me like 3 years ago. And so what would you say to that person?
I think so. Most people who are afraid to make change or transition, it's pretty common for human nature. And I try to think the opposite when I feel either like scared or trying to make a change, because at the end of the day, that's what breeds and grows more growth, right? So being uncomfortable is what grows somebody, and being uncertain is what grows somebody, because you're gonna stay a little bit more in the what can I learn, as opposed to I know it all type of mentality. And you're comfortable and you're just kind of settling at that sustained level that you're comfortable in, there's really no growth in it that occurs. And the only way to grow is to get uncomfortable and actually take that leap of faith and not only believe in yourself, but the people around you to help you kind of climb up that ladder of not only just, again, on a brokerage or monetary scale, but also on a business and mindset level too. And that's the biggest thing that I would tell anybody that's looking for a change, is to really just take that leap.
You got to change the change.
Right.
And so you're talking to a broker owner that is on the fence about doing the same thing that you just did, right? They've got an independent brokerage, they've got, you know, however many agents, and they're sort of struggling. They're thinking, man, like I'm wearing all these hats, right? But they're on the fence. They don't want to lose their identity, right? They don't want to lose what it is that they have spent years building, right? They're on the fence. What would you say to them, right? Looking back now.
Well, I mean, it took me about what
5 years,
4 years. You like to keep that number increases each time
every time we
I
talk.
feel like
That's what it feels like.
you know, at the end of the day, I had to take a leap of faith, right? Just because whenever you build something from the ground up, you have a special type of attachment to it, and it was a lot more so of, you know, is this you know, kind of like failing joining another company, and it was more of a mental thing that I just had to kind of keep tossing around a little bit. I didn't realize the opportunities that I would be creating also for future agents, so that's where I take that leap of faith. I knew that there was something that was bigger than what I built. I kind of hit that ceiling to where I had more agents but started making less money and started running into business owner, trying to figure out how to run a P&L, and pull me away from actually doing real estate and coaching and selling, that's where you make your money. So I started doing a lot of busy work and not really a lot of productive work. So I would encourage them to take that leap of faith and to see what's on the opposite side of not having all the liability and responsibility, and to see how they can operate with that kind of breathing room, you know. And for me, it's been, again, night and day, and I'm very happy with my decision.
eXp is where the pros go to grow.